for a minute. Yeah, I was like, and then I was like, oh my god, this is really happening. And before I knew it was over. It was sad. This is crazy. This is so nuts.
I'm Leticia Ferrer.
And I'm Chris Alexander.
And this is Totality Talks, the Solar Eclipse
It
podcast.
just took my breath away, the whole thing. It's really cool that you can see the corona and you see the sun kind of spewing out from behind the moon. It literally took our breath away.
Welcome back to Totality Talks. In this episode, we have part one of a two-parter focusing on Spain 2026. Part one is our interview with Tania Uhlig from Comboi Spain Travel. She joins us from Spain, and we chat all things Eclipse España.
Well, welcome everyone. This is Leticia Ferrer with Totality Talks, and we're really happy to have Tania Uhlig with Comboi Spain. She is a part of a tour group or leads a tour group out of Spain, and I know her from what she does a lot of the yoga tours that one of my fellow yoga teachers does several times a year in Spain. So Tania, share with us about your company and how much you know about Spain and why we should call you about Spain.
Well, first of all, thank you very much for having me here on the podcast. My name is Tania Uhlig. I live here in Spain. I live in an area that's maybe not so known. It's in the Valencia region. So it's between Barcelona and the south of Spain, Seville. And we're about 5 hours in the car from Madrid. And from here, I have a travel agency where I do tailored group travel all through Spain. So I've been doing this now for the past 25 years. I've been also living in Norway, and I've been sending people like all around Europe, a lot of groups, a lot of companies, a lot of passionate people about wine, about olive oil, and now I'm so excited to do this Eclipse tour with you, Leticia. Where I've had the pleasure of traveling with you as well for a few days because I could just feel your passion and all how much you love the eclipse and how important it is for you really to enjoy the eclipse, and also not only you and your group but also teach other people about such unique events, and we're so privileged here in Spain to have it in that it will be so well seen, right? We've been checking all the apps, haven't we? We've been checking all the Google Maps, everything that we could learn. I've learned so much, and I'm still learning now all these weeks beforehand, also preparing so that we can make sure that you and your group really enjoys and has a wonderful eclipse. That's what it's all about.
Yes. Thank you. And she was a great tour guide. And there's the key things that I think everyone does know about, and not Spain is going to be great for the eclipse, except that the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. And what happens as the nights cool down, the clouds from the mountains start to rise. So a lot of times you get a block sunset. So you have to be very, very careful of where your location is in Spain. And that's where Tania was a really great help for me last year when I was doing it during August. And we did a tour all through the path, not all the way up to Burgos, but I was trying to keep it somewhere near between Madrid and Barcelona. And I ended up near Saragossa, Spain. We kind of started from Saragossa. The great thing about Spain, and I don't know if you want to share anything about, you guys have got a great train system. You can go anywhere.
We have a very good train system. You can go from Barcelona, for example, you can take the fast train to Valencia, you can get to Madrid, and then from Madrid as well, you can get to all the different cities, Seville, you can get as well to Alicante, you can get to the north of Spain, to Galicia. So we have some trains that are like very quick trains that you can get even faster, and then we have also the regional trains that even get to smaller villages. So the train system is very good in Spain.
And that's what we're planning. But after working with Tanya, we basically planned my tour group is meeting in Saragossa. Everybody has to get to Saragossa. She's picking us up there, and we're going to a small town. And now I can say it, Toroca, because we locked down our rooms. I've already put the deposit on the rooms. I've
Yeah.
locked down the rooms. There are
They're safe.
a
They're
few more
safe.
open. There are a couple more as
Yeah.
of today, which is May 3rd. There were a few more open.
That's
But
true,
anyway,
just in
we locked
case.
the rooms. But it's very much between Saragossa and Terrell. And Tanya and I went all through the area. We didn't quite get to Sangusa, Chris, where you're going to be,
Okay.
but we did
Siguenza, yeah.
Siguenza.
It's
Siguenza.
Sequenza. All right.
Yeah, and Chris, you've got a great tour group. You're going to be seeing it from a castle or something there.
I think there's a castle there. Seguenza Castle.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And Siguenza has a castle. hmm
Yeah, there's
Very
a bunch
good.
of groups getting together and meeting there. So I imagine it's pretty fantastic. I would hope.
Yeah.
It's going to be, I
It'll
think it's going
be
to be great.
a big
What-
event in the
Yeah.
bigger cities. Yeah. hmm
So
That's true,
anyway,
very
we ended
good.
up where we ended up. Tanya, I'm horrible. I don't know any Spanish. But Tanya was a great tour guide. She took me all over. She even got me interviews with Paco out of the observatory at Halabandra.
Yeah.
Have
Javalambre, this was
yes.
the
You
name.
pronounce it
Don't
correctly.
worry. The names are difficult, and so it's my pleasure to have. It's called Javalambre, and
Halambre.
we were invited there with Paco. He gave us a private tour just for us, right? He was telling us who's gonna go in their area and see the eclipse from there, because Javalambre is one of the darkest spots of Europe, right? As we learned. And they have a beautiful center as well. So if anybody can Google it or just like check it out, there's a center, it's called Galactica. And it's all about the universe and the stars. And I really think they had made such a good job. And they're doing so lovely events also in the evenings and the summer nights to see the different things happening in the sky. So it's a great area there as well.
I hadn't seen. I realized when I stayed over to see that see the show that he does there. How long it's been since I've seen the Milky Way,
Right.
and
That
it
was
was
amazing.
beautiful. It was
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
amazing. It was just
It was
amazing.
amazing. Yeah,
So
yeah.
the other thing I want to point out to all of the listeners is that when you're looking at going to these small towns and going to some of the events, make sure you can see the sunset. For instance, Saragossa has a beautiful plaza, but
Yeah.
it's surrounded by 6-foot buildings that you're
Yeah.
not going to see a sunrise or a sunset ever. So
Yeah.
I would highly recommend you have to. A lot of the towns like Saragossa, Terrell, and a bunch of the little towns, even the smaller towns
Yeah.
in all these areas are built with multi-story houses and apartments. So to actually get to the sunset, you have to be outside of the town and be able
Yeah.
to see it. Find a park or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. I was in Saragossa, and there's a park in Saragossa. I was able to get over by the river. That I was able to get a
Okay.
pretty good view of the sunset several nights.
Very good. Yeah, we've been driving around a lot, haven't we? So we have been seeing also, it was very important that there was least light pollution. And of course, if you're closer to the bigger cities, then the light might pollute as well, as far as I've learned with you. So it's important also to get the spots that are not polluted by light then in the evenings. But what is very good, and that's why I think as well Spain is on the map, and it's going to be it's a very positive place to see the eclipse, as far as everybody's writing the newspapers and the news and everything. So it's because Spain, we always say it's like a donut, okay? So if you imagine a donut, like in the hole of the donut, it's dark, right? There's nothing. And that's what it is, where the eclipse line that is going through Spain, especially inland, it's not so populated. So there's very, very good areas to see the eclipse because they don't have this light pollution. Whereas if you're next to Barcelona, Madrid, and of course all the other cities that are all around Spain, there's a lot of light pollution, and it will be more challenging probably to get a dark space to see the eclipse.
Well, that's the good thing about eclipses is it happens in the daytime. So you
Yeah.
really don't have to worry too much about.
No, not too much. Yeah.
But you still have to talk to the people. If you're seeing it from like a park or something, you're gonna have to try to talk to everybody and say, don't let the lights come on when it
Yeah.
gets dark. Because here in the States we have automated lights that when it gets to a certain light, it automatically turned on. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's the case in Spain, whether somebody goes and pulls the switch or not.
Yeah, it's automatic. So the
Oh, it
lights
is
go
all
off.
so
It's
so you,
the city lights. Let's say the city lights,
Yeah.
those kind of lights, they go always automatic off and on.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
You
you
just don't want
as
one right in front of you.
yeah,
Yeah.
as we're
Yeah.
traveling around, I'm going to be back there a little early, and as I'm traveling around, I need to put that in my script as when I talk to people. It's like, oh, and by the way, turn off your automatic lights.
Yeah.
What else do we want to share about going through Spain? For one thing, the only thing I want to say to the listener, Spain was just wonderful. The people are so friendly. The food was so good. I always just drank the house red and was happy with it. I never had a bad glass of wine. It
Yeah.
was just wonderful. And of course, I do like the tapas type of meals anyway, where I get a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But what else
And
can
you
we say
can
about
enjoy
Spain? Oh,
yourself.
and there's coffee everywhere. The truck shops
Yeah.
have a full machine.
Yeah.
It's not
We'll
just a
make sure
coffee
to
pot.
have coffee for you guys there as well.
Yeah, lots of coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee con leche was my favorite.
Yeah, cortado, espresso. Then you have the coffees that you have a little bit something good inside, as we say. A little bit of brandy, a little bit of rum. So there's loads of coffees to keep us happy. Yeah.
Anyway, what else are you finding out? You mentioned to me the other day that you're finding that a lot of these little towns, as you're going through checking on things and where we could have a site, that they're not really prepared for the eclipse.
No, that we've spoken like even with the people in Teruel from the how do you say it? How do you call the town hall and from the tourist sorry, I just was getting a phone in from the tourist information, and they were saying that it's going quite slow, uh, like it goes in Spain. So there is a map of sites that the government of Aragon, right? Because we're going to be in the Aragon region,
Right.
and they put some sighting points on the map, and we visited them. The challenge was that, for example, it was exactly as you say, and what I learned with you, because I'm learning so much about this eclipse and the sightings. It was that there was too many buildings in front, right? So when it's happening, it probably they'll have, of course, music there, and they're gonna have food trucks and different kind of things. But I'm not 100% sure that really people that are there to really see the clips more than like eating a burger, if they're gonna enjoy it as much. So really, I would recommend for people that are going to go first and see where this official point is of the sighting, to not be kind of let down, the day of the eclipse.
Well, it'll still get
those are.
dark.
Sorry?
It'll still get dark. If you're in like an area like that and you find yourself in an area like that, it'll still be eerie. The light will get darker, 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 and you'll be like going, what's going on? And then all of a sudden it'll get just dark. Although if you're in a
Yeah.
plaza or someplace like that, all the automatic lights are going to come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
but I mean, because of the buildings as well, and kind of like where those spots are. I think they were like there was too many houses around. So
Yeah.
you maybe be on a rooftop if you can. That would be a good idea. There are rooftops in Spain, although that's more in the south because the temperature is different. But if there's any rooftop, I would recommend to see it like from a rooftop or more an elevated area.
Well, the
Yes.
important.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I was just saying, yes, it's you want to get up as high as possible. The lights, whereas they are a little bit annoying, uh, it all goes away if you can get up high and see the horizon. And
Yeah.
it's if you want to see as much of the horizon as possible. If
Yeah.
you do have nice clear skies, you get a sunset that goes
Mhm.
all the way around. So it's like
Yeah.
normal sunset that you can see 360 degrees all the way around, and that's you just want to try to be up as high as possible, and that's
Mhm.
it seems like it could be doable in some of these cities where
Yeah.
people aren't planning on going out into the countryside.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Valencia, where your area is. Valencia is getting it, but you're Alicante, and it's not. You're right on the edge.
Right, we're on the edge, so Valencia's getting it, and then another city that's called Castellón.
Yeah,
In
Castellon.
between Valencia and Castellón, they're getting it as well. But we've really seen that kind of like on the information that we had of the apps that they have here in Spain, like really the epicenter is around between Teruel, La Roca, and then a bit further up. So
Yeah.
it's looking quite good.
Well, the only reason I'm really mentioning it is that if you're going to be in Barcelona or any place like that, Barcelona is out of the path. You won't get it. It's like at 99 or 98%, so you won't get the effect. However, if you just grab the train, go straight down toward Valencia, just about 2 or 3 stops, you'll be in the path. So
Yeah.
don't let the fact that you don't have a room reservation or anything like that, just hop the train. It's a great train. Just hop the train, get a ticket. Probably need to buy the ticket up front, but grab the ticket and just go toward Valencia. Go to Castellón. Castellón's a really good spot. It's like about halfway between Valencia and Barcelona, and should be able to get off the train. Try to get to where you can see the horizon. You might have to get up, find a place with a rooftop bar and a view of the sunset,
Valencia
and you
won't
should be good.
Valencia won't be a problem.
Yep, and you should be able to see it.
Mm.
You should be able to see it.
Yep, sounds like a good plan.
A good plan. Well, what I wanted to do is share for those visitors that are seeing us on the YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and just kind of give a map of where Tania took me to, and where I ended up choosing. I can share my a window. I'm going to just share the entire screen because that's how I think I can share.
Yep. Should be screen share button at the bottom.
There you guys. You guys are seeing the
There you
map
go.
that I threw up.
Yep.
So what I wanted to share with everyone is that you do see this here. Burgos is very nice in the spot, although I heard from one of my friendly other tour providers that he was clouded out on August 12th when he was trying to see it. I did see the sunset August 12th of 2025 when I did my pre-tour in this area here, which is why I've decided to go to this area. Well, it was actually along this path. It was actually there's a truck stop crossing in this area that I stopped at, and I got sunset. That's what I was going for, was sunset. I wanted to see sunset, and I videoed it in fact, I'll put the video up and send you the link to put in there of that sunset last year that I saw. The Astrophysical Observatory of Havalambre is here. That's near Terrell. It's on the other side of Terrell. There is a beautiful straight freeway with a farm to market road running right alongside it that just offers a lot of opportunities to just pull over to the side of the road and see it. If you want to try and have mobility. That's one of the reasons I've done this tour, is that I wanted to have mobility to move. I think it's about 200 kilometers, maybe 250 kilometers between the two, so that so that'll have some running room to try to get, if there's cloud moves in, I can try to move to a little bit. And Tania's got us a van.
Yep.
So we can move. We'll have some mobility, but we are trying to target in this area up here.
Yeah.
And then, but as you know, the further south you get, the lower and lower the sky it goes. A lot of the cruises are going here, and I understand there's a few cruises here. Chris has seen it in this green spot from, what's the name of the place again, Chris?
Seguenza Castle.
Seguenza Castle. So Chris has seen it from this spot. There's lots of, it's going to be a great eclipse, but just like any eclipse, look out for the weather. All right, I'm going to stop sharing now, I think. I get back to here. I just wanted to share that with everybody. And I'll be in Daroca. My goal is to, from what Tania's been sharing with me with these little small towns, they may not have enough glasses. I'm taking all my leftover glasses from 2024 and just, Johnny Appleseeding glasses all through the area. I've actually have plans to do, I'll be up in northern Spain touring with one of my friends, and I'll have some glasses with me to hopefully share with people as I go through Spain.
Yeah.
In fact, I need to ship you some. I need to start shipping you some. I'll ship you some.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Um, I was there not long ago in the area again just to double check things, right? And then in the village that we've kind of like decided on where we're gonna be, the mayor is gonna come and see the clips with us. So it's such a small little village. I think it's only about, is it like 100 people that live there? Yes and no. But they have a little store, they have two little bars. So we're gonna get them doing the catering, and then everybody in the village also, they're so excited and they're so honored that you're coming. So I think it's gonna be really nice.
Good. Good. Well,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to meeting them and having you translate. I have,
Yeah.
so let's see, two of my fellow travelers, my brother and my nephew, speak Spanish, so that'll be good.
Good. Very good.
But I tell you,
And
on
then in
Spain,
Naroka,
go ahead.
there's this photographer coming from Los Angeles, and he's gonna be on one of the higher points making the pictures and the videos from there as well. So that'll
Good.
be a nice interchange as well when he's
That'll be
coming.
nice. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
That'll be nice. And if you can find me an English-speaking audience, I'm happy to give a talk. But
We're going to do a lecture.
I would be popular if I spoke Spanish, but sadly I don't.
Yeah, don't worry, I can translate. I'll translate
Okay,
the
you
best I can.
translate for me.
Yeah. That wouldn't be a problem.
Well, I'm so looking forward to this trip. The reason I decided to do Spain, I'd originally planned for Greenland. And as you know, the price for the Greenland cruises is very pricey. And for the amount of money I would have spent on a Greenland cruise, I decided to do it in Spain and invite my friends and family. So I'll have my sister, my brother, my nephew, a couple of other friends, and joining me. I'll have I'll have sister, my brother, my nephew will be joining me, and I'm looking forward to spending time with them. We're going to be doing tours of Barcelona, of course, the La Sagrada Familia, and it's actually two sisters going to be with me. And one of them is just, I'm paying for everything for her. She's the one that's taking care of my parents in Florida, and I'm paying for her trip. She so deserves it. She's just wonderful.
That's lovely. So it'll be a unique experience.
It'll be a unique experience.
Doesn't happen every year, nor every lifetime.
Well, you guys are getting what is it? An annular soon, and then parts of Spain, are going to get the very southern part of Spain is going to get the 2027.
The Cadiz, exactly, Cadiz area.
Yeah. So you
yeah,
guys are getting.
Who knows? I hope you're coming back now that we've learned so much. So we'll
Actually, I'm going to Luxor. For 2027, I'm going to Luxor. I'm going to Egypt.
Yeah.
We're going to Egypt.
Oh, you're going to Luxor. Okay. Well, anybody else, if you want to come to Cadiz, please contact us. You're very welcome.
Yeah.
We'll take good care of you.
Yeah.
So we still have 3 rooms in case anybody is on the podcast now and would like to join us. Right? We have 3 rooms. We still can keep them for 2 weeks, and then we have to let them go. And it is true that everything is getting fully booked. We're hearing it even in the little villages, like where here there's many rural houses in the villages. So there's no hotels, but there's like little houses that they rent out for holidays. They're all booked. That's for sure.
And for those of you, those listeners, I do want to remind you that it is August in Spain, and most of those little rural houses do not have air conditioning.
Yep.
Tania and I had a real struggle finding the hotel that we found in Daroca that has air conditioning in it. And all of my family are from America, and we're used to climate control. Yeah. So I was very insistent on that for my husband especially. My husband is just, that's too hot. I was fine. I'm heat tolerant, but he was just like, no. So if you do stay in one of these rural houses or things like that, they're at least I could have booked some things a lot more inexpensively last year when I was going through Spain, and there were beautiful places, wonderful courtyards, everything I would have wanted for a nice Eclipse spot, except no air conditioning. And I just can't do that.
No air conditioning.
Yeah. I just couldn't do that with my guest, my family and husband.
So
We
yeah,
need
the
the air.
place we are, I think it's one of the only ones in the city almost that has air conditioning. So we got the rooms. We're really
Well,
happy
there are
about
air,
that.
air
Yeah,
conditioning and
air conditioning, yes.
toilets. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
everything.
not that
So
everybody
that's good.
cares, but after the tour, I'm actually going to be staying at in Barcelona with some yogi friends of mine, and
Okay.
I'm renting a room from them. But it is a mattress on the floor, share a bathroom. She has air conditioning, but she really doesn't like to turn it on because the electricity is too expensive. So we keep it around 85 in the house.
Okay. So you can buy these little fans at we have so many Chinese shops here that you
Yeah.
can buy them with the fan and with a little bit of water so you can keep cool.
Yeah. Well, she does that.
That's
She has
that's
that
good.
there. She keeps it comfortable anyway for her cats, but she also has it's up on the floor up higher, so she's got a
Right.
pretty good breeze blowing through.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
It'll be nice. It'll be a nice day for me, but it would for other people it may not be what you would want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going from airco to the yogi.
Yeah.
You'll have both.
I'll have both.
Very good.
So do you have a Spanish speaking lecturer or expert that will help people in your group? Do you have anything lined up like that, or and what kind of groups are you organizing? Are there multiple groups, or are you just doing one tour, or are you just helping people find
Right.
lodging? And
So from the Eclipse tour, this is my first Eclipse tour that I'm organizing, and right now we don't have like a lecturer as we don't really have a lecturer, but we have the opportunity to visit the Javalambre and the Galactica, the center, and where there's many specialists, and we could do a tour there as well after the eclipse. But I would say that right now for this tour, specialist number one is Leticia.
Yeah. It's my
Yeah.
tour. It's a small tour.
Yeah.
It's a small personal tour, so I'm going to be the eclipse
Yeah.
person. Yeah, I wasn't I'm still looking for if you I could use your help. Just trying to get a hold of Paco again. He hasn't responded to me. I'd like to get him on the podcast.
Right. Very good.
So if you could if you have a number for I don't have his number. You think you had his
Right.
number.
I have his number. I'll
Okay.
contact him. Yeah.
Okay, if you'll contact him, see if I can get him on the podcast. I want to do that.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then his boss too. I do have his number. I'll text him again. But we're
Right.
trying to get them on there because they need to. I want them to start promoting Aragon because they're the ones that we're going to do the big one in Terrell at the Terrell Airport.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, which by the way looked like a fantastic place when we were actually traveling around and everything else. I went airport. Airports are usually pretty good to see horizon on the eclipse. So we went over there. It was beautiful. That's actually where it was very near there. Just a little bit north of Terrell was where I saw the first time I saw sunset doing this tour, doing this
Yeah.
scouting place. And Terrell was just amazing. And Terrell's beautiful flat farmland.
Mhm.
The mountains aren't too, you have mountains on the horizon, but they're low from that because it's kind of up on a plateau, I think. And we watched the sun go down
Yeah,
from near
did.
there.
And it's very flat, as you say, between Teruel and Calamocha, which is a city. It's like a straight line, and it's very flat, especially in the area of the Teruel airport. It's not an airport like where you can fly into as as with the airlines, but it's an industrial airport. But that area is very good, and as they're gonna have an event there as well for the eclipse.
Yeah, and that thank you for that point. Yeah, it's not a commercial hub.
Yeah.
There are no flights into Terrell. The only place you can fly into is Saragossa.
Yeah.
You can fly into
Zaragoza or
Saragossa
Valencia.
or Valencia
Or Valencia as well.
to get into that area. Again, it's the donut.
Yeah.
It's the
It's the
donut.
donut. It's the hub, yeah.
But
That's what it
Saragossa
is.
is like the 5th largest city in Spain. It's pretty respectable.
It's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
looked it
has
up.
always been a very important city in Spain, so
Yeah.
it still is. And it still is. There's industry, there's a lot of things, and then it's closest between than up north. It's like in the middle
Yeah.
between Barcelona and up north.
Yeah.
So yeah, then just another little tip that they told us now when we were visiting a few weeks ago is that if you come with your private car, or you come with the caravan, or you want to stop and see, you find a spot on your own and you say, hey, I want to see the eclipse here, I think this is a good area, then just as it's farmland, especially around the epicenter of the eclipse, they say please don't drive on the farmer's land if you see that there's something growing. Okay, if you see, like, if there's a piece of land and it's full of stones and it's not really taken care of, that's one thing. But we should really respect the farmers as well in their land, not to just stop anywhere and do camp there. So it's good to ask a little bit beforehand as well if it's okay. Or if, as long as you stop on a caravan site or you stop on a parking site or a parking lot, that's okay. But just not just to stop wherever with the van.
Yeah. Be respectful. Be respectful of the farmer's land. It is their living. It is their living.
Yeah.
So there's please be respectful. We found some great spots though. We found some great spots, and you found that other spot, which I still want to see sunset from there. I want a picture of sunset before we commit to that one.
Yeah, you will get
Okay,
it.
okay.
We'll do it a bit further in
Okay.
when the time is coming.
Read
And then,
through it. Oh, go ahead. Yep. Go ahead.
oh, sorry, we were laughing with Leticia because sometimes we found a spot that was just amazing, and then as it's farmland, then it was like in between all these piggy farms. So then you might need to take a clothespin along for your nose.
No. There were several
Yeah.
sites that were beautiful that I found, except
Yeah.
that they were way too close to the pig farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can have a bit of challenges with flies and things like that. So there's a
Yeah.
few things to keep in mind.
Yeah, you have to kind of keep in mind some of
Yeah.
that stuff. That
Yeah.
that spot in
Yeah.
Terrell that spot near Terrell was pretty good. It didn't have that,
Yeah.
but there was a couple of
No,
a little more
that's true.
a little more toward
A little more
Calamocha was where I got it.
Calamocha.
Yeah, a little bit more toward Calamocha, I ran into that problem. I was like, "Oh, this is a great spot," and I went, "Oh, no, it didn't."
But it's
Yeah.
a great place to study animal behavior.
Yes, it would be. Yes. You know,
Well-
if you have the stomach for it, definitely go to
Yeah.
one of these facilities and see how they react. That would be a really cool thing to do. Yeah. Anybody
Yeah,
does
they
that,
would
let
be
us know. We would want to interview about how your experience was doing that and how the pigs responded and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
We should put like a camera on and see how
Yeah.
how they're going to react. But another thing that's very good to experience is as there's a negative thing that the piggies, they kind of have a smell of their own. But in Calamocha, you will find one of delicious, the Spanish ham.
Oh, yes.
The typical jamón serrano. There's so many places where you can go, and it's just all grown and made there. So grown, dried, and bred and everything there. So it's very, very good.
All the food's amazing. All the food's amazing.
Yeah.
All the food's
Yeah.
amazing. Like I said, I'm actually on the horizon is learning Spanish and possibly retiring to Spain.
Right. Yeah. Everybody starts normally. Spain is very nice to visit because at the end the gastronomy is very important as well, and people are very hospitable.
Very,
Yeah.
very.
They're very, and also now that this is happening, like it's like the different villages, they're finally having like a little dot on the map. Whereas before, Teruel, for example, it's such an amazing area here in Spain, but we say Teruel existe. This means Teruel exists. So now that the eclipse will go and like the epicenter of the eclipse is passing through as well Teruel, now we really can say that Teruel existe in a very positive way. And I think people are really happy and proud of that. So let's hope that it's going to be amazing.
I think it will be. And then also for our listeners, there are leading up to the August 12th, there are actually a lot of little local festivals that do the running of the bull. I went through like 3 towns or 4 towns where I just missed the running of the bulls. And I think they do them in cycle. You know, like one town does it one weekend, one town does it another weekend, all in that area.
Yeah. Normally the running of the bulls and the bullfighting is it always has to do like with we call it matanza, which is when they used to slaughter the animals to, to make
For the
meat
year,
and
yeah.
to have meat and those kind of things. So yeah, August, September, October are very important months and always have been in not only harvesting vegetables and fruit and nuts and everything and olives, but also harvesting
The
the
most
animals,
important
and
part,
that's
the
where the
meat.
different. Sorry.
The most important part, the meat.
The meat.
Yeah, the
Yeah, we're
most
from
important.
Texas. We're from
Yeah, yeah,
Texas.
good. Okay, so we're allowed to talk
Yeah,
about meat because this world is changing. So yeah, but good. You're from Texas, good,
yeah,
because
we're from Texas.
I like my meat as well. That's true.
Yeah, we do
Yeah,
too. We do
but
too.
it's true. In the village we were in August, which village was it? It was close to
It was that one where they had the really nice apartment up high that I
yeah,
just
exactly.
loved,
Where
but
they have
it
yeah,
just
yeah,
didn't have no sunset. It had no
yeah. We
sunset.
we were close to Tudela. I have to
Yes.
remember the village name, but I know which one you mean. And there they just
They were
had
still
this
having
with
the
the
festival.
rainbows.
They were still having it. We
Mhm,
watched it from the
mhm.
balcony.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and all the kids were involved. It was everybody was singing and dancing in the streets. So
Mhm.
if you're looking at doing a road trip through Spain and you want to stay in these little towns leading up to or even after the eclipse, look for
Yeah,
these little towns with the little festivals and everything. Get a real taste of
yeah,
the culture.
yeah. And the lovely thing as well is of doing really road trips through Spain, but through the interior of Spain is it's very safe. The interior of Spain is very safe. It really is, and people are hospitable, and the restaurants and the bars and you still have the bakeries, you still have the butcher. You don't have these big Walmart. Sorry, you don't Trader Joe, or I don't know. I'm not so good in all of the stores, but here in Spain, for example, we have Mercadona and those things. But in the smaller villages, well, you have your butcher, and then you have your man that is making the bread, the family that has made it already since centuries. So you just go to those little places, and then you say, "Who makes wine?" or "Where can I have local wine?" and you get that as well. So it's very nice.
It's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So
but
I'm
looks to be
curious, how many tours are you running? Is it just the one? And how many days is your program?
Right. So now I'm running this one in August, which is with Leticia, but I run a lot of other tours like throughout Spain, wine tours, gastronomic tours, golf tours, longer stays for people and families, birthdays, weddings, all kind of different things. But this one with Leticia is now we're gonna be there from the 10th to the
4 days.
13th.
It's like 4 days. We're doing
Yeah,
like 4 days, 3 nights.
4 days. Yeah,
Yeah, because all of my guests are then going different places. Some are
yeah.
going back to France. Some are going. Some of my direct family's coming with me to Barcelona, and then others are going on to Madrid or France. So
Mm, mm.
I'm only just doing the 3 days. I didn't want to overcommit my time, honestly. I just wanted to get everybody to see the eclipse, get us a spot, have us all comfortable. The hotel has a very nice dinner every night. We have breakfast and dinner included, and then everybody's on their own for lunch. But we're just going to be hanging out.
Mm.
So
Not
Tanya,
like yours. Not like.
Welcome back to Totality Talks. In this episode, welcome back to Totality Talks. In this episode, we have part one of a two-part. Welcome back to Totality Talks. In this episode, we have part one of a two-parter focusing on Spain 2026. Part one is our interview with Tania Uhlig from Comboi Spain Travel. She joins us from Spain, and we chat all things Eclipse España.
Yours where you're going to the beaches, and what else are you doing? Your beaches.
Are
just going
you
to a beach and then going to the castle for the eclipse, and then
good?
doing 3 days in Madrid after the tour on Astro.
Okay,
And so
very
it is
good.
bare bones, the shortest trip they have. It's a quick
Okay,
zip
Not
in,
as
zip.
short
the
as mine.
quickest one.
It's
Yeah.
the
Very good.
shortest, cheapest trip. Yeah. But I
Yeah.
have a question. Given that you do all these other tours, have
Yeah.
you had an aha moment with this Eclipse tour? Has anything jumped out at you as different about Eclipse tour planning than your other tours?
Well, the nice thing is how life always humbles you, and and I've been organizing groups and organizing tours now for more than 20 years. But this with Eclipse, where it's like that you really get connected with the universe, and you get connected with nature and just the moment, and then that those, like, how long is it going to be? 1 minute
This will
40
be a little over.
something.
Yeah, it's short.
Yeah, it's like so important, and it's such a privilege that we're just standing here in this place together. And I say we're planning it since a year now, and that we're gonna be together and enjoy like this moment, this 1 minute and 42 seconds. I hope that it's gonna be as long, and that we can do this. And this only happens like every 150 years. I think that's just magical and amazing, and how our paths like cross to it. That's just
Yeah, that's beautiful.
it's just lovely. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
We'll ask you again after the eclipse.
yeah, because you
Yeah.
sound like you've already seen 10.
Yeah.
Huh?
You sound like a pro that's already seen 10 eclipses.
10.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, but wait till you see the first one. You'll be trying
Yeah,
to
yeah,
join
yeah.
me. You'll probably be trying to put together a tour for Cadiz.
Yeah. But I even like, let's say it will be challenging, because I don't like to use the word problems or things like that. Let's say it'll be challenging. Anyway, we did our best, right? I think at the end of the day, that's the most important. And that we also lifted our heads up to the sky, because often we just look like what's in front of us, what's beside us, but that we just let something be bigger than us. And I don't know, somehow feel that we're human, and then it's just I think it will, I think it will be magic. It's magic.
It will be. It will be.
Yeah.
Chris, you have other questions?
Well, do you have primarily international clients, or do you have a good mix of Spanish and international clients?
Right. So primarily, I do have international clients, because as I was living in Norway as well, and I was in the travel business, and I've been organizing groups from Norway, in Germany, in Croatia, in England as well. So I have many groups that come from Norway, and then this is now my second group from Texas. So yeah, because my yogis, they're also a group that comes from Texas, some from New Orleans, and even some from New York as well. And then I have Danish groups, I have some German groups. So my groups mainly are international groups.
Neat. That's neat.
Yeah.
I was very happy to find Tania to help me do this planning and everything else, and I think it's still going to be a fantastic trip, even if we get clouded out. But still,
Yeah.
I've got everything set. The only thing I can do is ask my parents to pray, because they're the ones that
Yeah.
have the direct line.
Yeah. And as we're gonna do all the scouting before, the day before, and even for D-Day, can we call it D-Day?
Yeah.
Even for D-Day, we have like in a radius of about 100 kilometers, we have 3 spots.
Good.
So we're gonna be moving, because we've
Alright.
got a van that can.
You've already got.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to find a Spanish-speaking lecturer, or
Yeah.
or Leticia will be like, "¿Cómo se dice?
No,
¿Cómo
no.
se español?"
That's all right. All my tour group. The thing is, the English is pretty prevalent. Well, I take that back. It's pretty prevalent in like Barcelona and Madrid, in the bigger towns. A lot of people speak English, but definitely
That's true. In the bigger towns, a lot of people speak English, and also the younger generation also is better in English. The challenge is that the English teachers in the Spanish schools, they have quite a strong accent. So when pupils are learning English, they probably will have it with the same accent than the teachers.
it will be.
But they try.
Yeah.
But it's not always so easy for every person like to learn English. Also because Robert De Niro, he doesn't speak English. He speaks Spanish in Spain on our movies, and Al Pacino and all the actors, Meryl Streep, you name it. And then all the cartoons as well. The cartoon characters, they speak Spanish as well,
yeah.
so they're dubbed.
They're dubbed. Everything's dubbed. Yep.
Yeah.
And they do such a great
Yeah.
job of it. Sorry, it's a little sidetrack, but they do a great job of it.
Yeah. So that's it.
So, do you have a plan for Eclipse Day, like sunrise to sunset? Because you have a full day. So, what are you guys dreaming up for Eclipse Day?
Well, as you know, it doesn't matter what time Eclipse Day is. You start planning for it all day. But I think we're going to arrive at the site probably around 5 p.m. And Tanya's has a full spread for us, facilities if needed. And we're all going to be setting out there. 1, 2, 3. 3 of my guests including my husband, are serious on the photography. So they'll have the telescopes or the big camera and really trying to get lined up and everything. Everyone else is probably going to be visiting the town and everything else, and then we'll come out to the site a little bit later. But I expect everybody will be set up by 7 o'clock, and then we'll just be chilling that day. Get up, have breakfast. We'll have breakfast at the hotel, probably lunch in town, and then probably head out wherever we, keep looking at the weather and just head out to whichever the 3 spots we think is going to work. And keep an eye on the weather and see, be ready to shift at 6 or 7. I think the eclipse is at 8:20-ish. It's pretty late in the day.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Yeah, it's pretty late in the day. And it is low on the horizon. It's just
like 11 degrees or something.
Yeah, it's like 11 degrees or something like that.
Yeah, pretty low. So,
Yeah.
But I'm not so good with the feet, but here in meters, the space that we now found to see the eclipse, we're about 1,100 meters high, which is quite good.
That's good.
Because Daroca lays a little bit in a valley, but next to Daroca there's 2 mountains. So from there up, but we're going a little bit. We're going to be about 20 minutes from Daroca, in an area that is very flat. There's no mountains or woods or houses in the horizon, and yeah, that's the plan, to see the eclipse from there. So we're going to be about 1,100 meters high.
Then I've actually planned either either a free day or a setup night for the day before for the you know how it is, Chris. You're the big camera guy too. The day before, you like to set up and see how it's all going.
Nice to have a practice run. Yes.
So I've got it scheduled for a practice run.
Yeah.
I've got it scheduled for a practice run.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have snacks and everything for the practice run, snacks and everything for the real thing.
Yeah.
And then everybody eats late in Spain. Just be aware of that. Everybody eats late. So after that, after sunset, we'll go back to the hotel and eat dinner.
Yeah. And it's also the possibility after the eclipse, because it will, they say it will be such an amazing night, as is in August, and when it gets dark, we can see the, I don't know the English word now, but it's the Percebes.
It's the Pleiades. There's the
stars, yeah.
No, not the Pleiades. I'm sorry. I'm saying the wrong thing.
Oh, meteor shower.
The meteor shower.
Yeah.
I forget the name of it.
Meteor shower.
I wanted to say it's Pleiades, but I'm not sure now. Anyway, the meteor shower is in August. In fact, the first place we looked at was with the Spanish Astronomical Society, and he had this beautiful spot. I loved it. It was high up, clear view of the horizon, everything except that the horizon had a mountain in it. That's where the clouds would form. And literally right during totality, there was a cloud that would have blocked all of totality, and you would have seen the sun setting in partial eclipse, but you would have missed totality completely. But I know that they're planning on meeting there, and then they're turning around. Basically, they're going to face the west for the eclipse, and then turn around and face the other direction for the meteor shower.
It's the Perseids.
Perseids, thank you. The Perseids.
Yep.
Thank you.
That meteor shower is going to be there at the same time. So I'm looking forward to seeing that too. And we'll
And that's
probably
pretty-
stay late.
And that will be dark sky specific.
We have total dark sky.
Yeah.
So
very dark sky.
That's assured. So maybe you can come over to us to
Maybe.
have the midnight snacks and see the bitch Davids. You're welcome.
I'm pretty sure they'll be up that night looking at it too.
Yeah. They
Fun
will. They
spot.
will.
There'll be an excursion to darker skies.
Oh, very good. Darker sky is amazing. See? Yeah. That's good. That's very good.
You got anything else, Leticia?
No, I think that's it. That's all I've got. I hope everybody has a great eclipse wherever you're seeing it. Whether it's Greenland, Iceland, Spain, or the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
I hope we get clear skies for everyone.
Yeah.
Amen.
Well, just another little nice story that we found out now when we were there a few weeks ago at the tourist information. The lady that works at the tourist information, her husband, by the way, is also American. And she loves history, of course, and culture, all of this. So she was reading through the history books of Daroca. And I send you a little clip of it, right, Leticia? The thing is that there was an American kind of scout group in the early 1900s that came with their ship to Valencia and there, and then went inland, and they marked outside of La Roca. They really marked, and they set up camp, and they said that this area for the future will be one of the best areas to see eclipses and things like that. So I thought that was really, really interesting. So we're kind of like this little group from Texas scouting, and who would have known if we could tell them, because they probably all passed away, and saying, "Hey, you guys, we're here and we heard about you." So we're gonna try see the eclipse nearby
their
where
spot.
they marked as well. Mhm.
Good.
So I thought that was a nice story.
Yeah, it
And
was a
it's
very
true
nice story.
So yeah.
Good
Thank you
stuff.
for your time, Tanya.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
much
It was
for
fun.
having me. And I hope that you have a wonderful eclipse there in Sigüenza.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll be in touch on the phone or whatever, sure, with Leticia, no?
I will be.
And
I'll
then-
be texting him the whole time.
We'll be exchanging
Very good.
weather info and
Yeah.
playing
Very good.
DE and
And
F.
welcome to Spain. And I hope you have an amazing time down here.
Thank you.
And that you take along good memories and a wonderful eclipse. Okay?
Muchas gracias.
Great. Lovely.
Thanks again, Tanya.
Right.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Well, that's it for this episode of Totality Talks. Keep an eye out for part 2, where Tania is joined by Nacho Pérez, head of scientific outreach at Galactica, one of the largest astronomical dissemination centers in Europe. As always, clear skies.